Working with Kylie as a book coach has been amazing. Before I met Kylie, I had already been writing for a number of years. I had started a novel about 5 years ago and put it aside because I got so bogged down in it and was finding it really hard to progress. But I'd also done lots of short stories and poetry and had won international awards for both of those. Then I'd published a non-fiction book, and then I'd been involved in 6 compilation books. One of them is still being published now, but the other 5 have all been international bestsellers. So writing wasn't new to me. But what I struggled with in my novel was getting stuck in the story. I've never been a planner. I'm what they call in the writing world a pantser. I start with the story and it just evolves, and when I've got my muse working, it just comes and works and flows and it's exciting. And then I tried to do that in a novel and I got so stuck because every time I walked away from the story, I'd get all these ideas and information sort of channeling into me about how that was going to work, and then I'd go back to the story and I'd be totally off on a different tangent to where the story was supposed to be going and to what the purpose of the book was in the first place. It was really, really difficult. So then I met Kylie, and in chatting one day, I wasn't even aware what she did, but we were just chatting one day, and she started to talk about how she'd written a couple of novels and, you know, how happy she was with the novel that she's finishing at the moment and how she'd managed to put it together over a fairly short space of time. I think her one draft in less than 6 months, and I was like, are you kidding? How on earth do you do that so quickly? And she started to say that she had some processes and things that she used. And I was like, oh, this is what I need, Kylie. And from there, we ended up working together. Within just a few weeks of starting work with Kylie, what had felt like it was going to be a pipe dream turned back into reality. My novel is now moving forward. My work on it is a lot more structured. I feel more in control. I'm still able to go with my muse when the muse hits. There's nothing that stops me from being me in the way that I work with her. It's still that opportunity to be myself and to do things the way that works for me, but it's also her genius and her expertise guiding you through processes that help you to come up with the answers and to come up with the realizations of what's missing and why you were stuck in that particular point, and how and helping you structure it in a way that it's no longer stuck in your head. It's now, you know, set out in a way that I can follow. I know that this book not only will be finished, but it will be published, and that it will have the impact that I want it to have. Working with her has helped me see the areas that needed fleshing out. It has opened my eyes to issues that arise. It's helped me understand how to work through each character in a way that makes them real and believable. It's helped me plot scenes in a more real and believable way. It's helped me structure out my writing, to plan out my book and to make it doable. And it's such a sense of it's a sense of relief, as well as a sense of joy and excited anticipation, because now I know that this story has its opportunity to emerge and be sent out into the world in its complete format. I know it's going to happen now. I had always had this sense that I needed to write a novel. It was something that was not a need from the point of view of someone else needed me to do it. It was something that came from deep within me. It was for me, part of my soul journey is to write this novel. I love that I can now sit down a couple of days a week, do 2,000 words, and know that at the end of this all, my novel's going to get finished. That's so exciting.